Yeah, I remember where I was in Breaking Dawn Part 2. I wish I didn't. I wish I had some sort of concussion that could have prevented that catastrophe from ever reaching my memory bank and lurking there, waiting to pounce on me for this review. I really wish I could just avoid doing this. I mean, do we really need to know how terrible that rotten movie was? No? Oh, good. I guess that's what you have Salty for and those guys. I just have to review the album? Oh, that's tons better. Alright. Well, first let's get this out of the way. I will do the various artists album later when I'm more in my left mind. I am going to review the Carter Burwell scores he did for the movie. That way you can have a chance for next time to get as intoxicated or toasted or twisted or insane as you need to get to listen to the ear-bleeding songs that Sir Meyer has picked out itself. No. This time, you can be sober if you wish and still listen to something that has to do with the Twilight franchise without gouging your organs out of your body. All is good and well, dear listeners. All is good and well. Multicolored Man in Montauk search frantically, searching on Google and other search engines, but not Bing. Nobody uses Bing. Bing sucks. Dear God, people, what is happening? One song, and that's only because it has a certain scene attached to it that makes all the twihards swoon so dramatically that they actually have to catch their breath afterward. It's a very nice piece, but I don't want to start the podcast off with that. I would end it with that song, but not start it, as finality is reeked in it. No, I am out of luck. What's this? Message from headquarters. Hold on. Must continue review. Whatever resources available. Won't pay for time if not used. Whatever. Use the various artists. No. Dear God, no. No. This can't be right. Well, my fellow freaks of media, it seems it is, in fact, time to break out the liquids and whatever gets you inebriated. I can't believe I'm saying this. We're reviewing the various artists soundtrack. Oh, I would not object to a bite like that. Let's get this over with. Where I Come From by Passion Pit. I really like Passion Pit. Ever since I heard their hit Sleepyhead, I instantly engaged in that whole atmosphere of subjective head soul music. I've always loved their songs and their build-ups and their albums, the electronic beat and funky synth tones used as well. And the singer's voice has always had a soft spot in my heart. That high 70s disco falsetto just fit the band so well. However, no surprise, I find the song they put together for this album way too simplistic, lacking an artistic flow and atmosphere that this band made me fall in love with and that they're known for. We literally have 5 to 6 sounds we can hear in the song, and that's not until the very end of the song, which wouldn't be so bad if the damn song went somewhere. It's so shapeless and diseased, as though things are breaking down around and in the song instead of having a heavy build-up I know the band to have. What the hell is up with this voice? It sounds like he's barely holding the note and has to have his vocals digitally altered to be able to do so. I know this is not how he usually sounds, so yes, I can blame it on the song and the arrangement asked for the film instead of the band and them just not, quote, artistically grasping it, unquote. I'm overall very disappointed in the song and am not expecting much else from the album. Bittersweet by Ellie Goulding. I like the single Lights by this artist. I find it pretty catchy and her voice complemented nicely in it. I like more the remix by dubstep artist Bass Nectar. It's sped up so that the beats can go halftime and it really adds a whole new dimension to the song. So then, what the hell is this, Goulding? I mean, there's actual potential in this song, with the sounds that are going on in the melody line, and even her tone on the very simplistic lyrics, "Oh, your touch is bittersweet," is very Florence and the Machine. So, why then did it turn out like this? A poppy dance beat with an out-of-place harp at the beginning that seems to be making its way into every Twilight movie and every slow Twilight song. By the end of this song, I want to rip my ears off and stuff them up the course of Chris Farley so maybe I can get a chuckle out of the last bodily function he'll ever make. Did I mention I took a time machine in that last ramble? I really did. The Forgotten by Green Day. I haven't listened to this song yet, so as I can make a clear case on how I feel about the band, Green Day. They used to be my favorite band. From the moment I saw them in the 80s spot at Salty's house during the 100 Greatest Hard Rock Artists of All Time special, they made their way into my heart and refused to leave. I found myself absorbed with their songs and played those beautifully simplistic chords on my guitar from sun up to sundown. I scribbled them all over my notebook as a reminder of what kind of success I wanted in the future and what I would love for my own music to sound like. When the rock opera American Idiot came out, I found myself even more dumbfounded and in awe of the brilliance of the band. I had that album plugged into my head 24/7, quoting all the songs and living the life of the Jesus of suburbia. Total engrossed. However, when 21st Century Breakdown made its way onto the airwaves, I found myself repulsed and frightened at what the band had become. Sellouts? No. It's just a bad album, I wrote it off as. Nothing to worry about. Later, I hear on the airwaves, "Oh Love" come through, and I actually like it. It reminds me of the old Green Day with songs like Redundant and Wake Me Up When September Ends that carried that straightforward beat but did it with a will that put hope and inspiration in you for the band. Without going too much into it, I gave up when I heard the rest of the album. A piece of corporate egotistical garbage that marks the end of the band's success until they pull their heads out of their asses. Sorry, that's pretty harsh, but that's really how I feel about it. Oh my god, what the f*** is this? I mean, piano and some acoustic chords are expected, but a full-on ballad for a f***ing Twilight song? Jesus Christ, am I embarrassed to have had so much hope. This isn't Green Day. This is Green Day attempts Live and Let Die. You know when I said I wanted to cut my ears off and shove them up the corpse of Chris Farley just to get a smile out of the last bodily function he made in reference to that Ellie Goulding song? Well, I wish I could have saved it for this song. I really do. This song is really that bad. Why? Can I be honest? It's the mere fact that Green Day is doing it. I know that sounds bad. I know it sounds biased, but it's true. If the Beatles had done this song, oh man, would you be on your knees. Even if bands like Panic at the Disco came out of the woodwork and did something like they recently did on their recent album Pretty Odd, well, that's not their most recent, but the second album Pretty Odd, you'd still be loving it. But Green Day did it. Punk rock band Green Day made that ballad song. Long live corporate sellouts. Fire in the Water by Feist. I don't really know Feist all that well. The things I have heard from them I've liked. I'm listening to the song The Bad in Each Other and I'm really digging it. The beat from the percussion just kicks the song into gear from the start. The western type guitar going on is really great and setting the mood as well, and her voice is very likable and original. Seriously, I've never heard a female voice like hers. So why in the hell is Twilight turning every single female solo artist into Florence? This is why I hate trends. To the Rolling Stone editor that still thinks Led Zeppelin was and still is just a hype, open your eyes, you bastard. Take a good hard look at what's happening over here with Twilight and the music that has changed because of it. If people don't remember, we did have all this Florency sounding music before. You just didn't pay attention. Death Cab for Cutie had Soul Meets Body, Phoenix had Armistice, and I don't know why I never brought them up before, but we had Jefferson Airplane and their song White Rabbit, and as well as Someone to Love. But because Sir Meyer getting all inspired from a dream and having listening to a song over and over again, we have reproduced the same music. Which is actually awesome when everyone is individually bringing their own to the table. But this is just artist after artist being shoved in the box and told that this is original and this is what sells. True. It very well sells, but so does dumpster diving for Robert Pattinson's chewing gum. Have some class is all I'm saying.